Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Say What? Welcome, 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 welcome to the Party Starlights. Listen, I want to talk about tonight a young lady who's been missing for it's been a little while now. Her name is Alexis Ware, and I've been researching her case, and I wanted to just come out here and provide some information pertaining to her being missing. I've been seeing people talking about, hey, where's Alexis? Where's Alexis? So I wanted to try to do a deep dive to see, where our beautiful queen, where is Alexis? Where is this mother of, it looks like I've seen, I came across a photo with her with two children. And listen, sis has been missing since I think January 30th. So I want to get into that just to bring awareness to her story, because already I'm seeing that she's definitely not getting the Gabby Petito energy. FBI was just all up in the mix. She had, they had the local authorities, FBI, look, everybody, their mama, their ancestors, the grandmama, the cousins, the god cousins, everybody was in on the Gabby Petito. You couldn't tell somebody that they were not the investigator and they did not see the video. Like, it was like this viral moment to locate this woman. So fast forward to current times, we have our missing sister, Alexis Ware, or maybe see, I don't know if she pronounces Alexis Ware or Ware. I'm going to play a news clip and they may, pronounce it for us. But I just want to just talk about her story, bring some information to us. And I definitely want you to hear the energy that the authorities have when it comes to this missing person case for this Black woman. And I'm sure to many of us, it's definitely not going to be a surprise, but it's just a reminder of how just the same energy that's applied for other groups of people, other ethnicities, cultural groups, is not the same that is applied for us. And for anyone who to think differently, they are definitely delusional, because I feel like on a daily basis, we're reminded all over the world, regardless of where we're at, even in Africa, the continent of Africa, even there, we're constantly reminded that we, what I believe, are pretty much at the bottom of the barrel. Everybody, I feel, comes before the Black community, and it's very sad. But I think that it's our responsibility within our community to do what it is the other communities don't do for us. So that's why I wanted to come on today to talk about Alexis and to share some information, some details pertaining to her missing person case. Just to spread the word as you come in. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know how we do over here. We definitely get into it. We get into these news articles and we learn the details, because we're all about just spreading the most accurate information that we can over here on Chic Say What. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I want to first go and get into this news report pertaining to our dear sister Alexis. Let me see. Let me find. I don't think this is the one that had the news report, but involved. So this is the part kind of just took me out. The fact that FBI are like, yo, the local authorities, they got this. We don't need to get involved. And this article was dated February 20th. Now, mind you, this woman at this point has been missing for nearly 1 month. It's only 28 days in February. She was missing last seen January 30th. So we were 8 days shy, like a weekend day away from like it being a month that this woman was last seen. So since we're over here, let's kind of get into this article right here. Because I was just like in my feelings when, I read that last part, but let's get into it. So this is WIS News 10. So the article reads, Alexis Ware's family pleads for help. FBI says they're not involved. Period. So the Greenville County, mother of two, was last seen January 30th at 7-Eleven on Highway 29 North, Anderson County Police Department. That's what Anderson County Police Department has reported. So as I say, this article was published February 20th. So Piedmont, South Carolina, family members and local activists are pushing for more help in the search for the missing Upstate woman. Alexis Ware, a mother of two, went missing January 30th. She was last seen at 7-Eleven on Highway 29 in Anderson County. So listen, I'm just now really, when I say I started hearing this woman's name, probably like this week. So given the fact that she's been missing since January, but like I said, when Gabby Petito went missing, like, listen, sis was probably gone for all of, I don't know how long. It seemed like 13 minutes. And her face was all over the world. I remember getting my first text message about it from my sister. And I'm like, okay, who this is, Harpo? Like, I was confused. So I figured if she's sending me something, it must be something going on that's viral. And sure it was. That's pretty much how I learned about this white woman, this young white woman being missing. So since then, can I say we definitely, of course, we Black women go missing daily and we go missing in droves. And I have not seen any type of energy like that when anybody within our community, man, woman, child, like we're lucky to get the Amber alert that go off, in the middle of the night or something when your child missed it. I can't remember the last time I even heard that go off on my phone, but it's definitely not the same energy. So let me carry on with this disturbing article. So it says, later, her red Honda sedan was found in McCormick County, but Alexis hasn't been found. On Wednesday, local activist Bruce Wilson filled out a form requesting help from Senator Lindsey Graham. Wilson has been working with Ware's family and asked for Graham's office to help or solicit resources from the FBI in search for Alexis. That sounds fit. Do y'all think that? I mean, that makes sense to me. I'm just saying that makes sense to me. So, and that was coming from what, a senator? So, okay, so let's carry on. We making sense. He says the family believes she was abducted and wants resources utilized in high-profile missing person cases like the disappearance of Gabby Petito, that part, which was investigated by the FBI. Enough said. Carry on. On Friday, Senator Graham's office confirmed they passed along the information to the FBI. Great. Appreciate you, Senator. Fox Carolina News reached out to the FBI for more information and was given the following statement. Y'all listen here. Check this out. Listen, I would have had more to add in my title, my video, but I didn't have enough characters because all I want to say was clearly more than 100 characters. But let's get it. Quote, the FBI is prepared to assist if we receive a request from our partners. However, our law enforcement partners have the resources and specialized skills they need to investigate this matter and do not involve the FBI unless they develop information to suggest a violation of federal law. So y'all saying y'all only got involved in Gabby Petito's situation because the local authorities said, hey, FBI, we're phoning a friend. We need your help. Stop it. No, y'all got involved in that case. That was a whole white woman. And Lord forbid something happened. And listen, we got to stop the show. We got to do seances. We got to do prayer. We got to get, because we got to find this white woman. Like, that was the energy that was put out. Look, when I say I'd never experienced anything like that, where I seen so much energy put into finding a woman. My thing is, that is fine. I'm not mad at that. The part I'm mad about is how it's the selective outrage. It's the selective outrage for me. Why can't that same energy be applied to people that go missing in our communities? And the stat shows that there are more missing persons, in particular women and young and girls in our community. Okay. Ware is 29 years old and described as 5 feet, 5 inches tall and 230 pounds. Anyone with information about the disappearance is asked to call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Y'all. that part, like the statement from the FBI, like that one really grind my gears. Like I'm like, okay, I definitely that part y'all gonna make me get on here and do a whole second live for the day. So I wanted to get on to talk about her. Let me see. There's another article I want to share that was more current for March 2nd. So let me share my screen. We're gonna jump over there. Because y'all, we got to, if they not gonna talk about her and get the details out about our sister, then we got to do what we got to do. We can't just be using these platforms for foolishness and all this celebrity stuff. Like over here, we touch on the celebrity, but we also, talk about viral moments and things such as this. So, and this is important. So, we definitely try to cover it all. I pay attention to what needs to be discussed, and this is definitely something that I feel needs to be discussed. So let's get into this second article. Anderson County Sheriff talks about search efforts to find Alexis Ware. So this is dated in March 2nd. So let's play this news clip. For you think we should be good with this one. Let me see. It's buffering. Okay, let me go back. That kind of jacked this up. Let me try to go back in there. Okay.
The McCormick County Sheriff has provided an update on the search for a missing woman who was last seen in Anderson County. Alexis Ware has been missing since January 30th. Her car was found on February 2nd in McCormick County. The sheriff says her car was found in a rural area surrounded by forest and farmland. After the car was found, crews did a grid search in that area with canines. Since then, the McCormick County Sheriff's Office has received several tips, and they have followed up, searching Hickory Knob State Park and several boat ramps there. 35 law enforcement agencies have taken part in the search. If you see Alexis Ware or have information about where she may be, you are asked to call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. That number is 864-260-4405.
Okay, so that's the news article on our sister Alexis Ware. So let's get into this article to see if there's going to be additional helpful information that we can learn about this case, because you just never know who watches what and who knows who. So that's why it's important to get this type of information out for those who have the ability to do so. So article goes on to say a second sheriff in South Carolina is talking about the ongoing efforts to find Alexis Ware, who has been missing since January 30th from Anderson. On Tuesday, McCormick County Sheriff Clark Stearns talked about the timeline of search efforts that have been done in his county since her car was found there on February 2nd. So he's quoted as saying, since January 30th, 2022, the Anderson County Sheriff's Office has been working diligently to find information and evidence relating to the disappearance of Alexis Ware. McBride said in a statement, "We are exhausting every possible avenue of inquiry on this case and will continue to work diligently until this case is solved. We are committed to finding Alexis and providing answers to her family." So, I'm happy that at least somebody is coming off as though they care. And it seems like, this is like the local authorities, but do y'all think that the local authorities haven't reached out to FBI to say, hey, can y'all lend a hand? Because they putting in a lot of efforts. Or do you feel like, they did reach out and FBI kind of gave them the Heisman? Or do you feel like, they just haven't reached out? Because FBI is like, the locals, they got this, they know, they'll reach out if they need to, but they got this. Come on now. So it also goes on to say he also lists the search efforts to date. So this is what's taken place thus far. They've obtained numerous search warrants for many items of evidence related to this case, spent countless hours reviewing and analyzing search warrant results, reviewed surveillance footage from last known locations and possible sightings, interviewed family members and associates of Ware, including those who saw or spoke with her prior to her disappearance, check with area hospitals and coroner's offices for unidentified patients, check with TSA for flights Alexis may have taken, partner with the McCormick County Sheriff's Office, SLED, and other partner agencies to conduct a large-scale search in the area where Ware's vehicle was found, utilize K9 search teams, engage with local community leaders and activists working on behalf of Ware and her family, and requested assistance from FBI South Carolina field office, who is currently providing investigative support. Bingo. So they have requested assistance from the FBI. So the previous article we did, that we reviewed, that one was dated February 20th. So as of then, they were quoted as saying, yeah, they haven't asked us. Okay, well, they've been asked now as of March 2nd. And we don't know when that request was made. We just know as of March 2nd, that's when the local police put out there that we did phone a friend and we engaged FBI and they're providing investigative support. Again, what kind of support? Because I feel like if it was that deep, when did that support come? Because when I say this week, and this is like the last week, like going into like your last time, days, a week of the month, like I'm just now hearing about this case. So how much energy is the FBI really putting into this? Now, granted, no, I don't be watching your mainstream news media, but like I would think that in my YouTube news feeds, which I occasionally click on, I would have seen her story headline. Remember, I said I was just getting random texts from people about Gabby Petito. I ain't got nobody ain't sent me nothing. I have not got no random texts talking about where is Alexis? Where is this woman? I haven't gotten anything like that. No, I haven't. So to me, I'm still picking up is not quite the same energy. The article goes on to say McBride said his detectives continue to follow up on all leads received through phone calls, emails, social media, and tip lines while working in collaboration with our partner agencies to bring Ware home. Ware's mother, Alberta, has told WYFF News that she has gotten numerous messages from a person alleging to know where Alexis Ware is. Quote, I asked to speak to her. Can you send a picture of her? Grace said they never put her on the phone, even though they said they would. Interesting. Let's click on this link. What is this? What is this? Let's click on this news link, guys. Let's see.
Alexis's mother says she talked to her daughter just hours before.
Hold on, I don't think you can see. Let me share my screen because I want to show this news clip of this is a news clip. Let me see.
They say she was last seen in complete shock. Right now, they say they just want to bring her home, back to her family and children.
Alexis was reported missing Tuesday, February 1st.
The search for Alexis Ware continues.
We just want Alexis home.
The Anderson County Sheriff's Office says Alexis was last seen more than a week ago.
She means the world to the entire family. Alexis is the light of the party.
Deputies say she was last seen headed north on Highway 29. Alexis's family says she met up with her children's father to drop the kids off. They say the two left, but then Alexis sped off. Her family says her children's father tried to call her, but couldn't get a hold of her.
When I wake up, that's all that's on my mind. When I lay down, I hate to even go to sleep thinking that I'm sleeping peaceful and she's somewhere out there.
The sheriff's office says Alexis's car was found in McCormick County Thursday.
Alexis's mother, Alberta, has received numerous messages from a person claiming to know her whereabouts.
I asked to speak to her. Can you send me a picture of her? They never put her on the phone, even though they said they would.
Alexis's family is begging for answers.
We can't do anything but think about her. This beautiful young lady right here. She needs to come home. We need her home.
Investigators say they're searching the entire region, including McCormick County, where Alexis's car was last found. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Live in Anderson County, Kylie Jones, WY.
So I'm assuming they've ruled out the baby daddy. You know, they say that he was the last one, it seemed like, who said that they saw her. You know, we don't know about whatever this person, whoever reaching out saying, oh, I know where Alexis is. You know, sometimes people just be playing games, but it is confirmed that the father did see Alexis last when she did the drop off of the children. So I'm just going to assume that he's basically been eliminated as being a suspect, since, you know, it seemed like, you know, they're still carrying on with trying to locate this woman, and his name hasn't come up anymore. So let's see what else. Let's see if this article has anything else that may be beneficial for us. Not really, you know, we heard what the mom said. She's like, the family said she met up with the children's father the evening of January 30th to drop the kids off with him, and they said the two left, but war sped off. So I guess she did the exchange and then dipped out. So yes, definitely. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you know when I go live. I'll continue to watch this story for updates. And I'm going to do one more search before I jump off of here, just to see if there's any more current information than what I was able to come across. But I think I've pretty much covered the latest and the greatest information that has been publicly released, that hasn't been hearsay, you know, but that has been released by, in this situation, the mainstream media, because that's kind of all we got to go off of right now. And it's just a sad situation. You know, she is a mother. I'm not quite sure. You know, I put a picture of her children in the thumbnail. Don't know how old, you know, the children are right now, but it looks like they old enough to know that they mama ain't here, and to be able to say, yo, where my mama? I want my mama. You know, the kids who will hit you with, I want my mama. You ain't my mama. So she really needs to come home for many reasons. You know, she needs to come home. And as they say, when you're dealing with a missing person, time is of the essence. So it makes a difference on how quickly you kind of jump on. A lot of, you know, I always hear in the movies, oh, 48 hours, you got to consider, you know, wait until the person's gone before, I guess, the police will get involved. So we definitely been well over 48 hours. Then they say her car was found. She wasn't in it. I'm wondering, what's the details pertaining to like her cell phone records, as far as like it, you know, bouncing off of like the different poles and things like that. So, you know, that's kind of like some obvious type, you know, investigation type information. So I'm guessing, you know, they've probably explored that as well, and it still has not led them to her. So it is definitely reason to be concerned, because, you know, the longer, typically, you know, the stats show, the longer someone goes missing, the lesser the chance of, you know, them being found. What they say, the first 48 hours is like the most crucial time, you know, which is why hence the show First 48. So apparently, like, those first 48 hours are like the crucial. If somebody's going to be found, whatever, you know, that's going to pop off in like your first 48 hours. So we are in the time frame to be worried, rightfully so. But at this point, the only thing that people really can do is just pray. Prayer does work, but people just kind of have to come together, support one another however they can, whether it's just through, you know, emotional support, their time, financial support, all of that. You know, it's just nothing I just said is more important than the other, because we as people need, as basic human beings, we need all three. You know, we need the financial support, in cases of, you know, where we're going through things, you know, so financial support, you know, the emotional support, just that shoulder to, you know, to cry on, and the support of just your time, you know, people coming through, maybe helping out with the kids, sitting with them, doing the kids' hair, taking them to school, all of that. So it's definitely a village. Looking at the video, it looks like she has a strong, close-knit family. So that's a plus. That is definitely a plus. And I just hope that, our dear sister comes home and we learn, where she is. And Lord forbid she's not still breathing. I pray that they're able to, do a proper going home ceremony, for her. So I'm going to drop these links that I reviewed on this live into the description so you can check them out. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like, some suspect behavior that took place with this case? Do you feel like, the kid's father know more than maybe what he's letting on? Or do you feel like sis, like she dipped about, she left on her own? And then, after she left, something just went wrong with somebody that just unrelated to the children's father? Or do you feel like she just ran off on her own? Like she dropped her car off somewhere and was like, yo, got in the ride, somebody else's car and just left like, yo, I don't want the life that I've had. I'm ready to do something different. So it's just, the thing about it is when somebody's missing, you don't know, you can try your best to put yourself in their situation, think about where their headspace may have been, how they may have been thinking, things like that. And I would imagine her family, as they always say, a family member kind of knows a family member to know, okay, if they were that type of person that will run off and leave their family, especially their children, or if like, yo, this woman was like a ride or die mom. She not trying to leave her kids for nobody. That's just not what she's about. Because one thing I didn't hear in the news clip when the family spoke, they didn't speak about how she wouldn't just leave on her own and leave her children. Like they really didn't talk about really her mindset in the news clip. They just talked about, okay, bringing her home. So I don't know if it's just because, they just know or feel like somebody, some foul play, somebody took her, but they didn't speak on just to try to put it out of people's mind that she would have just left on her own. Like they didn't kind of clear that part up to be like, no, that's not, she wouldn't have done nothing like that. She loved her kid. Like they didn't really talk about that. So, but that's just something that I picked up. But I'll continue to watch this case. And if I learn of any updates that I feel like that can make a difference in that, that was worthwhile with spreading to you all, I would definitely come back and do an updated live or coverage of this situation. But if I ask that you also, drop comments if anyone do know anything, or just let me know your thoughts pertaining to this missing persons case, the energy that Gabby Petito received pertaining to I guess her disappearance. And do you feel like our sister is getting the same energy that Gabby Petito got? It's like as of January 22nd, I just Googled like Gabby's name and it's like an article came up pertaining to her case. So Gabby and all that, that all was going down last year as early as, September. And here it is, January, they're still, I'm going to jump over and show my screen as what I'm talking about, where there's still like coverage talking about her situation. And I haven't seen nothing that I've read as far as with the FBI talking about, what they found thus far pertaining to, our dear sister, Alexis Ware. So let me get into, before I jump off, I want to just show, this is like an article that I came across from January 22nd about Gabby. Brian Laundrie wrote that he killed Gabby Petito, the FBI says. So like FBI was definitely vested in this situation. Officials did not specify the contents of the text Laundrie sent. Like, listen, like these people was all in the mix. They was like, yo, we gonna find Gabby, or we gonna find where her body. We getting some answers. Like that was the energy in the world felt that energy. I'm sure like people even in other countries felt that energy. But I definitely don't feel that energy with Alexis Ware. And, it is what it is. I'm not surprised. It's just a reminder of just how effed up things are when it comes to the divisiveness or the unfair treatment that our community, the Black community, receives, especially during times of need. And this is definitely a time of need within our community for Alexis family. Like, time is of the essence. So definitely please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Do you feel like it is getting Gabby Petito energy? Let me know your thoughts. I want to know. So I'm Chic from Chic Say What. And again, I'm going to drop the links, in the description so you can kind of, look into all the details and things like that. And if you know anything, please, reach out. There are contact information, phone numbers in the articles that we went over that like I said, they'll be in the description of this live of this video. So definitely reach out, spread the word, share this live with whoever because we want to spread it. We got to do what other people don't do for our community. So again, I am Chic from Chic Say What, and I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.